Good afternoon, folks. We are live once again. Let me get everything switched over and loaded up, and we will resume our playthrough of Satisfactory. Alright, let me turn on BGM playlist. We should have audio and a video. I'll be keeping an eye on the broadcast playback to see how everything's performing. Since I've been using that trick Wazzy showed me with VTube Studio, I shouldn't have an issue of my model causing performance issues with the game. But we'll keep an eye on it and make sure it's smooth. Hey, Red Dragon's here. Red Dragon says, I bet you're miles ahead of me. Oh, possibly. I know I started before you, so I'm definitely ahead in the progression. But you got to keep in mind, I do not play games like this quickly. So if you're trying to speed run just to get through all of the unlocks in tech, you could potentially do it faster than me if you know what you're doing, or if you're just kind of streamlining what your objectives are. But I'm on phase 4. And I'll kind of briefly explain what that is on the progression. Let's put this over here for now. So on the milestones, we have the onboarding stuff, which is tier 0. And here's where we did all like the intro stuff when you first start the game, first building the hub, doing the basic upgrades. And it goes to tier 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. The milestones that I'm currently working on for regular tech unlocks are over here on tier 7 and 8. But the last phase is the big space elevator objective that I've got to do, and that's phase 4, which is up here in, well, where do you want my cursor? Up here in the upper right corner. These materials are what I need to add to the elevator in order to complete this phase and go on to the next one. Or there might not be another one after that. There's another tier, but there's not another phase after this. So we clear tier 8, and we unlock tier 9, and that's the final phase of things there. It's going to be a while before I even get through the stuff on tier 8, because we've got drones, flying drones, which those are going to be fun to get. I know nothing about how flying drones work in this game, but also nuclear power. And nuclear power is where you start getting into the really advanced power production. All the stuff I don't know anything about. Haven't done any research, but eventually we'll be getting here, and that's when we're going to have to start looking at constructing some really in-depth power facilities and also dealing with things like nuclear waste. But for now, I still need to get level 5 logistics. I think I have most of the stuff for this, but I don't have aluminum sheets yet. That is coming from a resource that I have not started actively mining called bauxite. But what I figured we'd do is we can walk around the factory on the main site here. I can show off what I've done and how I've changed things a bit, and then we're going to go on a bit of a tour. Alright, what did this one finish? This is a hard drive? Yes, that's good. I've been doing a lot of exploring. I'll show the map in a minute. But I have found some very interesting things on the map, and a bunch of these hard drives they're alternate recipes for crafting things. You really want to make it a point to look around for drop pods, which are the kind of ruined tech we see strewn about the map. And you have to put some stuff in, or sometimes you can just unlock them where you have to hook up power to open them. That's how you get hard drives, and when you scan them at the MAM here, they give you alternate recipes for different ingredients. So this is fine black powder. Huh. So that's sulfur and compacted coal. Okay, I haven't started making compacted coal yet, but I think that's cheaper. Well, no, it's not going to be cheaper because coal, compacted coal requires regular coal. Or we have recycled rubber. I have to go fix my rubber production. We're going to do that when we go to that site in a sec. That takes plastic plus fuel. But 12 rubber. I'm going to grab that. I don't have a means to make extra plastic. But if I could reconfigure my production to do that, that might be doable. So when you scan the hard drives, I can't remember if we did this last time. You get an option to choose between these alternate recipes, and then you select one. Red Dragon says just checked, and yeah, I just started tier 4. Okay, so tier 4 is here. So you get blueprints. I have not really messed around with blueprints yet. I did build the blueprint facility, and I'll probably start tinkering around with some build ideas. But the big thing here is logistics. Logistics, and probably one of the first major resource bottlenecks you're going to run into is steel. Steel production, or advanced steel production rather. First tier on tier 3 is basic steel production. Yeah. This is kind of the first bottleneck, but then as you go up one tier complexity to advanced, it gets a little more complicated when you're trying to get motors. Stators aren't too bad. Motors are a little bit tricky, and then automated wiring is the phase-specific part you need to put into the elevator. You also get hypertubes, which are nice. These are what allow us to fast travel, or travel quickly on ground. We're gonna look at some transportation stuff shortly. Alright, next up. The map. We will hopefully add to the map today. I think maybe this whole middle section wasn't explored when we were streaming this last. There's still, like, I looked. It goes up to, like, here-ish in the upper right. There's a big part of the northeastern section that I haven't even seen yet. I've been trying to systematically push further north and east up the coast, and we'll definitely do that. The game plan today is to tour the factory sites, look at where we're at. I gotta go and fix my rubber production, and I'll talk a little bit about how I've been overhauling the main factory site here. A lot of the stuff that I think was here when we first started, I pulled out and got rid of to make some space for smelting, and then taking all the smelting stuff and passing it up one floor. It'll make a bit more sense when we go. I gotta do the same thing for iron ore and pull it down here so that it's taking up less space on the production floor. Also of note, I had the jetpack last time, I'm pretty sure. But one thing that I got, which is super handy on one of the tiers, maybe the one before the latest one I've got unlocked, I got the hover pack. This thing lets me do exactly what it sounds like. I can hover. So in building, this makes it really handy because I can look down, my legs, and I can actually control where I'm putting stuff. The trick is the hover pack only works when you're close to power. That little wheel in the lower left is my power wheel. So as long as I'm near a power grid, it automatically just plugs in and I can just perma-fly. Very, very handy. Out in the wild, it doesn't really work because there's no power. But when it comes to actual production stuff on site where you have tons of power poles, this thing is a big game changer. I just switch between this and the regular jetpack whenever I leave. So this will actually let me show off things a little bit easier too. This is the second floor of the factory. This is first level production. And this is what I've been slowly trying to fix a little bit. Right now, and I think this was all like this last time we played, this is the smelting section for iron ore. So I've got iron coming from a bunch of different spots feeding in here. But it's a little bit cluttered because all the iron ore is being smelted into ingots, which is being passed over to the constructors to be made into things like plates, rods, We've got things for screws over here, and it works all right. It definitely looks better than it did when we first started, but I'd rather it all be dedicated to specific items and be a bit more organized. So I think what I'm eventually going to do, probably not on this stream because it'd just be really tedious, busy work. I'm going to run all of the ore that's not going into steel. This is coal coming up too. All the iron ore is going to get piped down to the first floor. And I may have to clear it a bit and expand out some space. But all the ore smelting will be on the first floor and then piped up to this floor for production. So that'll include copper as well, which I already started. That's what was down in the corner directly below us. And I have that feeding over here. So this is the kind of setup I'd like to move towards, where all of the ingots are coming over. This is coming from a different spot. I will explain that shortly. But all of the ingots are being piped in and being constructed in one spot and then being sent to storage. Now, ultimately, I'd like to have a master storage depot that has all of the things that I need to grab. But for now, it's not going to be too big a deal to have it all centralized. And I'll show you why in a sec. But moving across, this is all assorted stuff here. So there's some quartz ore, which is also pretty important. But this is another just alternate site that's smelting in iron ore and turning it into things like bars, plates. It's kind of a duplicate over there, just in a different spot. So I want to gut all this out, take all the smelting down on the first floor like I mentioned, and then have all the stuff be organized. So, you know, half a dozen constructors doing plates, one spot. Half a dozen things doing bars, one spot. Probably a lot more doing screws elsewhere because screws are very costly. They get consumed in large amounts. And then I'll have to figure steel out. Steel's over here on the far end. And then what I've been doing from production is all these materials are being piped upwards, either through belts or directly up through the floor. The third floor of the factory, which we'll go look at. And that's, I don't know, advanced production. The next tier of production is one floor up. Concrete's over here. So this floor, I in the process of overhauling a bit. But this is where I got the last phase. For phase 3, I did the material construction here. But I'm overhauling this to make it a bit more efficient. That's why I'm starting at the bottom. But here we have things like the rotors, things that went into the smart plating, and a whole bunch of things that are for the advanced unlock tiers are here. But as you can see, the belts kind of run everywhere. This is not organized at all, and I want this to be a bit more focused and centralized so that it's producing things faster. And this is our plastic, which I'll explain that in a minute too. Plastic is a pretty valuable commodity along with rubber. I am not bringing any rubber in. That's what I need to fix. So before we leave the site, and there's another floor on top, but I haven't done anything with this yet. This is where all of the stuff on the third floor are going to be piped up to for more advanced things. But it's these little lifts here are probably going to go away if I end up reorganizing everything down. Because I'd rather they be coming up in certain spots. Red Dragon said, that's what I'm having trouble with organizing. Yeah, in the early game, you really don't have to worry about it too much. In the early game, it's just getting your production to get the materials and get the unlocks. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to get what you're looking for. And then as you get more tools, then you can start building out or redoing and overhauling things so that they're more organized and more laid out. I've torn down and redone my factory, I think, 4 times now. And that's fine. Because you'll get tools that'll allow you to either organize things better or make them faster. Like faster belts. Or things like the power shards to overclock or underclock production. Like, I don't have anything properly ratioed at all. I'll worry about that later on in the game. because you can tune all your production so that everything doesn't waste and it's just optimally feeding and producing things. And you have things like all overflow going into the awesome sinks. That's kind of later game optimization. In the beginning, when you're just trying to progress through the tiers and unlock new tech, not really that important. You can always do it better later. So on this floor, we also have some of the gunpowder production over here for my nobelisks, my explosives. I have this automated now. But one thing that I wanted to point out, since I know you're playing this, Red Dragon, once you get to the tier where you unlock things with Sam, you definitely don't want to sleep on this tech, because I did for like a good 15 hours. It was unlocked, I just didn't do anything with it. And it has saved me so much time. I wish I did it as soon as it was available. So these are just regular storage depots, or boxes. These crates have basic materials that I used for building just a lot of general things. I have to periodically come over here and drop more as they get depleted. But the thing to talk about is the dimensional depots. So these things get unlocked through the MAM, and the material they use is a mix of SAM, which is it's like strange alien material or something. It's a purple ore. It looks like this kind of magenta ore, and it's spread around the map. If you're in where I'm at in the forest area, there's a collection of it to the southeast, which is where I've got it currently piping up from via belt. The dimensional depots take Mercer spheres, which are those kind of purple glowing orbs that are usually guarded by angry life forms, and they kind of talk to you. There's a little bit of kind of dialogue with Ada when you pick up enough of them, but they go into dimensional depot tech. And I had a whole bunch just sitting in my inventory, picking them up where I found them, and I didn't do anything with it. These dimensional depots allow you to add materials and make them universally accessible wherever you are. So what does that mean? For these are feeding a single material. So anything that feeds in here from my main storage to the dimensional depots become accessible no matter where I am. And so to illustrate, since it probably makes more sense, once you get that unlocked, it adds this tab to your main inventory. And this is all the stuff that's being uploaded, in quotes, to the dimensional depot. And these are all basic materials and things that I use for different types of stuff. And you unlock the capability to add stuff to the depot directly from your inventory as well. So when you're out just running around and adventuring in the environment, you can be feeding in things that you might need, like portable miners. It uploads them into the stock, and yeah, like Red Dragon's saying, teleports to your pocket. So it's like having universal storage. In addition to doing that, and you could pull stuff out of the dimensional depot just by, I don't want to do it with something that's got a big stack. If I need power shards to overclock or change my production, just pull it out. It's there. I could use what I want and then put it back. I don't know if you could split how much you take out, but it'll just re-upload as I'm walking around passively. In addition to just being on-site anywhere storage, when you build, no matter what it is, let's go with something expensive, like a power generator. This uses 15 motors, 15 reinforced beams, 30 copper sheets, 50 rubber, 50 quick wire. Instead of me having to worry about carrying all that on my person, this takes it directly out of dimensional storage. That's why the bars are purple. And so as long as you have the stuff in dimensional storage, you can build whatever you want without having to go back to run to your base, put all the stuff in your pocket, go to your site and build if you're all over the map. Very handy. I didn't know that's the way it worked. I just thought it was sort of like an unlimited virtual storage, which it's not unlimited. There's a stack limit, which is upgradable through the MAM as well. Right now, for like the simple stuff, it's a 1500 stack, which is a decent amount. but each stack is an upgrade increase. So the next one for this particular type of storage is going to be probably 200 for things like motors. And I think I have 2 tiers left. I can dump some of my stray stuff here. And so dimensional depot storage, very, very handy. And that was something they added, I believe, in 1.0. Base game did not have that, so you had to pretty much run around and always carry stuff when you needed it. So let's go look at the MAM real quick, and then we'll head out, and I'll show off kind of the progression of how to get that particular type of tech. Again, I had it unlocked for a really long time and did nothing with it, and I regret doing that. It would have saved me so much time in just hoofing it back and forth. We might need to stock up on ammo too. We do that before we leave. So on the research for the MAM, this stuff is under alien technology. This unlocks once you find Sam and bring it back here. The alien material and dimensional storage is down here. Looks like I have one more tier on the upload speed. So this improves how fast stuff gets uploaded to your dimensional storage, and that next one's going to be expensive. And then the expansion increases the stacks, so 2 more stacks worth of upgrades on that, and then it's done. And here's where I have all the sand being mined and sent over here and being turned into these little capsule things which you need in order to make the fluctuators, which is the majority of the upgrades on that tier of the MAM. So yeah, there's a lot of these. I need to automate turning them into the fluctuators, but it requires a couple other things too. Let me grab ammo. I have to automate this too, but I haven't yet because it's a little more expensive. We're still rocking the rifle, but we have some better ammo finally. And it takes regular ammo plus these, what are these called? High-speed connectors. Those are not cheap to make. Oh, we'll create some more stacks. I have a little less than 1,300 rounds of ammo, and it burns pretty quickly. So this is homing rifle ammo. Does what it says. It'll track to targets when you shoot, and fires quickly with a 20 round magazine versus the 15 on the regular one, I believe. And does more damage. It does 1 tier of damage higher than the regular rifle ammo. That's why I want to take it with me. And I've been finding that even on long expeditions, over 1,000 rounds does not go far, and I've had to return home and stop because I ran out of ammo and I kept running into angry things. So let's go for around 2 grand in rounds, or I can try and deplete that entire stack of connectors. And that should do for exploration. But at some point I'll feed these through to another constructor or assembler, and I'll be creating the stuff by hand. But for now, it's okay. We'll just do it here, and hopefully this will be the last time for a bit. I've got to construct ammo. Mostly because these things take a while to construct, and they need quick wire, cables, and what's the name of those things? I haven't had to actually construct those materials in a while. Circuit boards, I believe. Look like a GPU almost. Okay, that's good enough. Circuit boards. Yeah. Circuit boards, cable, and quick wire. Which I have feeding from these storage things, but it's not coming from anywhere, so I just drop stuff in here periodically. Like, I need more cable. Quick wire is okay. Circuit boards are okay. Eventually I'll just hook these up to another assembler, and then it'll construct the homing stuff automatically for me. Just haven't done it yet. Alright, So let's go take a bit of a tour. And the cartridges for homing ammo are black, which is how you can tell they're different from the regular ammo, which are orange. And it has its own little logo too, the aiming crosshairs. I guess that's for homing. There's another type of ammo I want to work towards called turbo ammo, which I think is more damaging. And there goes my ride. So we're going to have to wait. It'll be a good chance to get a view of where we're headed. Actually, I'm gonna go to a different site. This is actually the third site. I wanted to show off the second one first. We can just fly over there. Switch to the jetpack. And we will just feather our boosters and go over here. I'm gonna miss my ride again, I think. Nope, I might be able to make it just in time as the thing starts moving. So we're gonna catch a train. Oh, that was lucky. I think I mentioned on stream last time that this was something I was looking at doing. I had to learn how trains work. But now we're going to take a trip east on the map to Site B. This is the second major base or factory I started building. And in the meantime, we'll get a nice look at the scenery as we transition from the forest. We're heading through the jungles. One of these more weird looking trees. We poked around here a bit. But we're going to head further out, closer to the coastline. And this is the Site B storage depot. So of note here, this particular depot is transporting 3 items via train back and forth from here to my main base. The first one is coal. And the reason why these, you'll see the containers, they won't be moving, is because the storage is full everywhere. And that's why I'm trying to reoptimize main site production. When the train stops, it automatically grabs these cargo containers and drops them onto the platform to take. But because the destination site is full, it's not taking off the containers, and therefore they can't add new ones. So the train will continue to run, but it won't be moving any more materials just because it can't. But I have this site moving, and it's going to go head back where it came from. We've got iron ingots, copper ingots, which are being consumed faster, but still not to the point where this thing is depleted enough that it's unloading cargo. So that's what I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to get it so that we're burning enough things from storage that it's constantly refilling more. And all this stuff is being brought up via belt from one platform below. This is all just crate storage. And it's being generated down here at Site B. Right here up against the coastline. So let me fly down here. There's not much here of note other than just smelting and some construction stuff, which is how we're getting the ingots. But this is the main power site for power production right now for my entire series of bases. This is connected via power line to the main factory site we started at. And this is all oil-based fuel plants. Fuel power plants, rather. These things... actually, I can switch the hover pack and get some height. So all of these are being fed by fuel generators on the one floor below, which are pumping up oil and converting it to the actual fuel component. It's orange. And so all of the power plants run on fuel. And what I've been doing is systematically just building out more of these and I'm gonna run out of space eventually. I might have enough to wrap it around one more time, and then I might have to go like another floor up or something. Go maybe 6 tiers of blocks upwards and build another floor. We'll see. I also have to make sure I don't tap out my fuel supply. But this is what's powering everything. Our overall production is a max capacity of about 5,600 megawatts, and we're consuming a little less than half. I did this expansion recently because I knew I'm going to be building everywhere. So power is okay for now, but it is creeping up. Let's see. Yep, these still have full pressure. So I'll know I'm getting close to the capacity of the fuel generation when these pipes aren't full. When it starts tapering off, it means I'm tapping out, and I either need more fuel production, or I need to come up with another solution. That's Site B, and I think the train's probably already up there, so we might have to wait. There's a whole mess of resources out here, which is why I decided to build a site here and then just move everything to the main factory. Right now, output is exceeding input, but I'm hopefully going to fix that soon. Oh, never mind. This is Site C. This is technically this is the second alternate site I made, but the third one I labeled. Okay, so Site B was the one that I was going to go to earlier. That's fine. You can change the titles of these train platforms to whatever you want. I'll probably give them a more creative name later. But our destination is now up there to Site B. And we'll go look at that. That actually have business in, so we'll take the train back over there, and then hopefully I can figure out what's going on with rubber production. I think I know why it stopped. Eventually I'll make these platforms look a little nicer. They're just suspended in the air right now, but I want to add an actual column support to show that they're anchored to the ground, and maybe make that concrete. For now, I started putting concrete down on the foundation. You can see it looks like that instead of metal, but I opted to just do that later because it's just cosmetic. We do want everything to look nice, but for now, as long as it's functional, that's fine. I will say I had to fiddle with the track layout a bit. Didn't do a great job on this first one. This was the first series of tracks and station that I built. It's kind of wiggly over there. I think I figured out that you can just snap it when it's running on foundation. So the other one looks a lot better, but this first one, you can see the train as it goes down, and then it hits that, it kind of wobbles a little bit, and goes wiggle, 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 and then it comes out here. Okay, so what it's gonna do is, just like before, which one is copper? It's one on the end. Oh. Yeah, there it goes. I can't actually look at it because it's being loaded, but it's taking some stacks out, I think. It's just not the whole thing. I think it transfers some. I can look once we get moving. It transfers some and then puts the rest back. Yeah, I think that's what it does. So it's not a waste. It's just not optimal. So we'd like to be able to have a higher burn rate on our materials at the main site so that it's moving more from point A to point B. Stupid alpha stinger. I don't need to shoot at it, but I want to because it's a stinger. I'm gonna catapult myself off here. Oh, I was gonna use my momentum, but it's fine. And now we're gonna take the tubes up to that station. This is the Site B spot I was at a minute ago. Eventually I'll have to redo the hypertubes that get up from the factory floor. Ooh, can I land on you? I can't. I've never tried to do that before. These are the big flying rays. I don't know if you can shoot them. I don't think I want to try. But they're just non-aggressive giant flying animals. Pretty cool looking. Remind me of the sand mantas from Vampire Hunter D. Alright. We're going to go here. And now we're going to catch a train to Site B. I've seen some interesting videos of people creating things with the hypertubes to basically turn them into cannons that'll yeet you across the map at high speed, which is fun. Alright. So this is a good example of what the actual storage container transfer looks like. They drop them in to the storage, and they get processed, and then the train resumes its journey. Ooh boy, I don't want to do that. Whoops. Well, we're walking. Thanks to physics. You don't want to jump on a train while it's moving. That's going to take a long time. I thought it dropped me between the cars, which I'm pretty sure if the train runs you over, you just get killed. I haven't been dumb enough to let that happen yet. But I'm going to assume if it runs you over, it's just insta-kill, which I'd like to avoid. So now we're going up the coast. This is going up the western coastline. And we're headed towards the oil site, which I already was working on last time we played this. But I've redone the oil site a bit to make it more efficient, but still not perfect, as evidenced by the fact that we're getting very little rubber. So that's what we're going to go investigate right now. This scanner I have tuned to Mercer spheres because I've been trying to track down more of them. When we actually go out legit exploring on the map, then that's what my targets are going to be. But for now, it's okay. Okay, there's our site right below us. So I should be able to just do this. We've expanded the oil site a bit and gone up a floor. That's something new we didn't have last time. And all this is plastic. Plastic here. Or no, this is rubber. Plastic is over here. Yeah. Okay, so plastic and rubber production is shut down. And I'm gonna bet it's because of this. Let's see. Nope. Actually, this is still going. But it's not going fast enough. I think that's the issue. So for rubber, we've got it producing rubber, but it's also producing heavy oil residue, which is this purple material that's being turned into a type of byproduct fuel, and then I'm just throwing that directly into an awesome sink. But I think the problem is it's not consuming it fast enough. Which is something I knew was going to be an issue at some point. Also, I am low on plastic containers too. It's another problem. And that's being fed. Where's that being fed from? Oh, there we go. Over here. Oh, I think this is the problem. Yeah, it's not the packager, it's the actual plastic. This thing is over here and it's constructing these empty canisters, which are used as storage things for stuff like the byproduct fuel and regular fuel. But it is the only one producing. That's why. Okay. So my stuff isn't burning the byproduct fast enough because it's got to wait for more plastic containers. Okay. We could up production over here. Wonder how much that would speed things up. It's 2 plastic stacks. This is creating 220 per minute. So is it 1 to 1? 60 per minute. Alright, let's see if we can fiddle around with overclocking these before I build duplicate facilities. If we up this by 3, then that gets us 50 per minute. I need to learn the ratio system a little bit better. I guess I can throw these in here too. So it could add two of these. Now it's down to 2 seconds. But it still needs enough to be splitting between both sites quickly. So I do think I need another one no matter what. Okay. If we're going to do that, we're going to need to split off from here. This is a raw oil site that's pumping oil up through here, and this is converting it to plastic. Only other option would be to use the alternate form of plastic, which goes fuel and residue, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Alright. So let's add a junction here. And we're going to split this one off from the main line. And I guess I'm going to just set up... I don't really have super optimal space for this. But I guess we could put another refinery just over here. Didn't really plan this particular part well. But it's okay. Apparently they're going to be adding the option to do straight pipe building in one of the upcoming updates for the game. Which if you care about aesthetics. It's going to be a nice change. Ah, that's fine. It's not super pretty, but it's okay. So we'll have this thing creating plastic. And rather than run to storage, we're going to have it go straight into constructor instead, just like over here. But the output for byproduct is going to need to go elsewhere too. Maybe there's a spare connection over here. Nope. That's annoying. Could add another junction, I guess. I didn't really want to do that, but you don't have a choice. It's gonna cut through here. It'll clip a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, so now this is pumping all the byproduct oil residue up and out. Huh. Alright, we'll just leave that there. I'll connect you. And we want this to create empty canisters. And we'll feed it up into the master one. Won't let me just connect it manually. It's too steep. Ah. Wonder if I can lift it. Ah, not quite. Alright, now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get it over there. I wonder if I can use a stackable pole. Oh, that won't do it. Try and lift it this way. Okay, not most elegant, but that works. Okay, what we could do is we could throw in a couple overclockers for this, so that we're getting plastic a little faster. And we could up this by 1. Okay, now our plastic container production is doing much better. Let's see if that helps the residue consumption a bit more. We could up this one too. In fact, we could go max on this. And it'll consume it faster. I wonder if I pull this out, if it'll equalize. This one's going all right. Okay, it's definitely going faster. Might need another set of things that are creating plastic containers and converting the residue. Which I knew was going to be a problem at some point. I just didn't think I'd have to deal with it this soon. Okay. Well, at least rubber's up and running again. But these are short water? Huh. Okay. What's going on down here? Well, that's weird. I could see water coming up from the pump, but it is not getting all the way up here. These are more plastic production. I need a lot of plastic for a bunch of things. Oh yeah. There's no water. I need to learn fluid dynamics a little bit better as well. I'm still not 100% smart on how fluid works when piping things upwards. But I can see the problem. The problem is the line down here is full, but it's not getting up here to this section. It's stuck. So usually if you have a fuel pump, or not a fuel pump, just a regular hydraulic pump, and it increases head lift, which is how you can get stuff to flow further up. But that one I had there wasn't doing it. So let's see if we can figure out why. Maybe I had it too low. Yeah, I think I had it too low. Now it's pushing the water up. And now that plastic has resumed. Okay, since I'm here, let's double this up. These are packagers. they take different types of fluids and they put them into a container. I think if we run a splitter from here and then we split this line here, we'll have another thing creating the residue. We'll see if that makes a difference. And also make sure that we're not burning too many containers at once. And hopefully this should be a short-term solution. I don't have to worry about this for a bit. We'll see. I say that a lot. Okay, connect you. Rather than do this, let's actually merge these into one. Have one piping all the stuff down at once. Turn our harbor pack, now I can see better. And then we'll have you go down one floor. I'm going to have to redo the belts a little bit. But it should be fine. Oh, it's over here. Okay, well, would have been easier just to cut a hole in the floor, I guess, so I could see where I'm going. There we go. So now we have these all feeding down into storage. And this is just dumping them straight into the awesome sink. I guess I'll find out later if there's a better use for all of these things. But because it's just a waste byproduct at this point, and I have it just being ground up for points. Need more tickets. Alright. I think that will do for now. Guess we'll see in the near future if this is enough to keep plastic and rubber production from shutting down. If it happens again, I'll have to come up with a better solution for dealing with these byproducts. I think it just means making more plastic containers and then making more of the actual packaging sites to get rid of it faster. We can look. If we take a look at our production now and see if it's topping out again. So we can also up the production rate of these. If we do that though, it's going to consume plastic faster. Yeah, it's a problem. Well, we can try and overclock these by 2. And then keep an eye on our plastic and see if it's going to bottom out again. Oh, this one's already up to 3. Alright, we go one more. Interesting that it's not totally full. I wonder if it's because it's having to go uphill. If we put a pump down here, will it push more pressure? Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like it's filling a little more. So let's see. Is it just this one? I might have to pull these off of a singular line. So instead of it being one output line of the residue going all the way down here, I might have them running to their own packager down here. That could be another way to solve the problem. Because this one is just not getting consumed. It's just stacking up till it gets full and then it shuts down. Oh, wait a minute. It's not connected. That's why I'm an idiot. I must have built this one and forgot to actually connect it to the output. Now it should be fine. Yep. Alright. So we shouldn't have that problem anymore. Okay, we've got rubber coming in, plastic coming in. I think that solves the problem for now. Let me take a look at this real quick and then we will move on. Okay. I'll have to redo this at some point. Maybe move it further out on the platform and just have a bunch of things doing plastic containers at once and feeding over here. Yeah, it's not even building up any overflow. Okay. Well, I'll deal with that later. For now, we can go ahead and head back. I want to... Actually, we'll do some exploring, but we'll do it from the main site, because we're over here. We're over on the west coast. And we need to be able to go up this way. We could go north and hook over. Maybe we do that since I'm already here. Been up in this area, but we can go and push east from here and go look. Because I'd like to at least map the borders of the coast so I know where it ends, and I can always do the middle later. So let's do this. We'll go up and to the right and make our way east along the coastline. See what we can find. So to that end, we want to switch to jetpack. And we are going to go hunting for Mercer spheres as well. Picked up a lot in this area, but there's still stuff I probably missed. So we'll keep the scanner active, and now let's go on an adventure. There's some life forms. We do need alien materials to craft some things, so while I won't be going out of my way to just pick fights, if we run into creatures, we'll take them out. Uh-oh. There's the alpha. So I can use the bits for stuff. Ow. Yeesh. 42 healing. That's another thing I need to keep an eye on. If anything's going to affect my ability to explore, it's going to be either ammo or healing. Is that a crate? No, it's a storage crate. Okay. Okay, we're headed north. North as far as we can go, then east. So the way the scanner works, you saw it earlier when I was riding around, but if it doesn't see a Mercer sphere in the immediate proximity, then I'll have that little signal icon with the slash through it. When it turns into a dot, it'll actually start showing me proximity, and then I just need to move in the direction that fills the little bar underneath that shows I'm moving closer to whatever my target is. So that's pretty handy when it comes to seeking things out. And you can tune the scanner towards a lot of the valuable resources you want to be finding on the map. So things like power slugs, you can set it so that it'll find the nearest power slug. And you can set it towards a whole bunch of things. Food, I think edible, consumable things, you can tell it to find that too. Yeah, we can have it look for Mercer spheres, actual enemies, or the different consumables for food or summer sloops. That's probably something I'm going to have to do later. Those can be used to increase facility production, which I should be throwing those into my dimensional depot storage. Remember to do that. So if I want to drop them in, I can do it at any point. That's an orange spitter. Spits plasma. Okay, we'll cut north. Ooh. Or we can check out the cave. There definitely will be spiders in here. Wait, there's a death crate nearby? No. It's picking it up from the other side of the map. Oh, hello. Maybe I shouldn't be using my rifle on those. The homing bullets make the stingers easier to take out, and they're so quick. Usually I go for a shotgun with the rebar, but it fires and reloads so incredibly slow. Basically, I can't miss. If I can take out a bunch of those little spiders at once, then it's fine. If I whiff, then I've got to dance around because it reloads so slowly. Oh, we can pick up mycelia. I don't think there's a way to automate this, but it's a material you need to craft a bunch of things. Essentially, it's mushroom fibers or tissue. You need it to create fabric. Okay, looks like good. Oh, there's a little wedge of stuff that I didn't even bother looking at. Okay, we'll clear this out. We'll see if there's any Mercer spheres out in this area. Kind of a open desert. Oh, ooh. That's a drop pod. Okay. Are there any? Usually there's things guarding these. There you are. It's a pack of hogs. Just regular ones. Okay. Okay, got some random free materials just sitting on the ground. That's nice. And this one takes rotors. Sweet, another hard drive. We definitely want to keep our eyes peeled for these. Let's turn the scan back on. This is the area. Okay, we gotta get there. This is the biome and area that we started in for the test stream, the very first time we did Satisfactory. I poked around here a bit, but I haven't thoroughly explored this area really at all. So I guess we're going to do that right now. Wow, it's all these fart flowers. And there is a Mercer sphere in the area. As I move in its direction and closer, you'll see the bar fill up. That's how I know I'm headed in the right direction. Oh, there it is. Just sitting out in plain view. Okay, that was an alpha hatcher. Yeah. Normally these things are in kind of a shell, but this is just sitting here.
I have something for you. It will establish a better way for us to communicate and deepen our understanding of one another. I've done the necessary developments on my end. The last note is yours to play.
Your symphony resonates. Your mimic tapestry patterns beautifully.
Thank you, I worked very hard. I am organically transmitting the data package now. Any adverse effects on my blood will not corrupt its contents.
We hear this lurking song.
See you on the other side.
It is time to
Oh,
tango.
is that another drop pod? It is. Let's clear the area first. As you pick up more of the Mercer spheres, that's Ada, our AI boss, essentially, talking with some sort of entity. And there's different dialogue things that play out as you go. Assuming that's story significant lore. Okay. Yeah, it looks like another drop pod. And a couple alpha hatchers just posted up around it. Copper sheet, some steel beams, plates, reinforced plates. Hopefully we have what we need to open that pod. Yep. If it says emergency door status operational, we don't need any material. We just open it up and we get it for free. Sweet. It's 2 hard drives. Go ahead and save. 2 more alt recipes. Okay, there's one more small section up here that's not explored. So we'll go there, see if anything valuable is in the area, and then we're going to continue to push north and then northeast. I think it's mostly open area. Oh, there's the big ones. 2 alphas. Oh no, that's a regular one. There you are. The alphas are much larger. It's hard to tell when they're running at full speed. Like that? Oh, is that a regular one? Yeah. There are a lot of hogs. And that might have something valuable in it. Cool. Just ore? Just ore. Okay, some hazards. There you are. Oh, I see a slug. I guess I technically don't need to do this with the flowers. I have filters on my mask gas mask will allow me to wade through toxic gas, but it burns through filters, and then when you run out, then you have to make more, otherwise it won't work. Likewise, the hazmat suit does the same thing. It has its own tier of filters, so that'll block radiation, so I don't immediately get murdered by things that are radioactive. Oh, Jesus. Alright. I thought I heard something. Desert spiders. Oh yeah, I saw that thing you sent me in Discord, Red Dragon. I've seen a bunch of clips from that guy gaming with Doc, and that water tower one's interesting. I need to go and watch that one again and see if I can break down that blueprint and put it in my fluid base. There's a lot of really helpful like mini tutorials and clips that guy's put together for Satisfactory specifically. He's been playing the game for a while. He was playing it before it went into 1.0. I think him and his son had some extended streams or let's plays, and they started over for 1.0. But there's a lot of really cool, like, efficient design build ideas that I saw in his shorts and in the long form videos. Definitely worth checking out if you want to learn more about the game. Okay, limestone. I think we marked that one already. So let's continue to push north up the coast so we can't go north anymore, and then we'll cut to the east. You can see I've already just barely set foot in the zone, and I have burned like 500 rounds of ammo. I wish you could upgrade the magazine size or your total inventory of shots, but that's fine. If we get down to under 1,000, if we're really far away, I might have to turn around and book it back to home base. It's being stuck out in the wilds with no ammo is definitely not wise. Okay, so now we're up at the coast, and I should have my scanner on when I'm not shooting things. It'd be cool if they added like a super long range sniper rifle type of ammo. Something that does a ton of damage from far away. And like a scope attachment. From what the devs have said, they're not going to be focusing a ton on combat. That's not really the point of the game. But it'd be cool if there were more options. That's another thing I would recommend doing, depending on what tier it unlocks, since I know you're working on it, Red Dragon. Get the Nobilisk as soon as you can. Having the explosives, one, lets you deal with the fart flowers, which is pretty handy. And two, it'll let you blow up rocks. So you can uncover valuable things. Or open up caves or hidden passages. Kind of Legend of Zelda style. Every time you see the cracked boulders, it means you can blow them up. Copper. Okay, we've been down here to the water, but not further up past this. I think I've been up here. That's why that ladder's there. Even though it's a little bit ugly to see these around the map. These are kind of like my landmarks for places I've been that are high up like this. Eventually I'll go clean them up, but for now I'll leave them there just to show where I've been. Okay, there's a sphere in the area. In this direction. Is it out there right on that cliffside? It's either that or it's directly below. That's a lot of hatchers. And a spitter. Ugh. Can I hit him from here though? I can. Might be able to hit all of them from here. Tricky thing of using the homing shots against the hatchers is once they start spawning little flies, the bullets will track away from the actual hive itself and hit the little swarmers. So you want to take them out as soon as possible so that you don't waste your shots. Oh boy, and spiders. There's a whole mess of enemies down here. Lovely. Everybody else, want a piece. Okay. What does my scanner say? Oh, that's what they were guarding. Okay.
Live, laugh, consume.
I'll take a ladder. Picked up a couple. If we can get over a dozen of them to bring back, that would be nice. And more slugs is always welcome. 4 of them. 4 of the yellow ones. 3 of the blue so far. Okay. I think this is the tip of the coastline. So we could hop across this way, because now we're pushing east. There's a lot of toxic stuff down there. That's a nitrogen vein. a type of resource that I can't actively harvest. But it's one of the more advanced things that I'll eventually be unlocking. Oh, we'll keep going up the cliff sides this way. Keep an eye out for valuables, specifically Mercer spheres. And yeah, this is all unexplored territory. I haven't been in here yet. And that's a decent burn rate on the filters. Okay, I need to go craft more of those at some point. That'll save me in having to burn all of my explosives. Now, let's see. There's Mercer Sphere that way. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. Straight ahead. No, I'm essentially on top of it. Okay, that means it's probably underground somewhere. Okay. Let's look and see if we can find a cave or something that's gonna go under. It's either underground or above, and there's nothing above. Oh. Oh, this is... Okay. It's partially submerged cave. A lot of spiders. Ooh, what's a lot of spiders. Not ideal. Actually, I can just whack them. Anybody else? There it is. More spiders.
Look through the window and witness a threat. Defiled with scripture.
I can hear him. One more. Anybody else? I guess what I could do... I could chainsaw some of these larger mushrooms. That'll give me mycelia. Yeah, decent amount. Since I don't have a lot of this, I need it to make certain things. Just grab it while we're here. Oh, funky. It's like we're underwater. Well, hello. Lots of spiders. Yeah, it's like there's a layer of water on the ceiling, but I'm not underwater here. I wonder if that's a graphical glitch. Oh. This pretty big subterranean cave network? Or it's gonna come out. I think this comes out. Nope, nope, that's just a giant cave. Alright, there's no way there isn't a bunch of spiders in here. Actually, this is telling me there's something dead ahead. Alright. Well, actually, that's a good idea. Let's save. Oh, also immersive sphere here too. Okay. I see him. Come on. Well, we're getting tons of stinger materials. Wow, this is a massive cave. Oh, there's Sam down here. Okay, we'll mark that on the map once we make sure it's clear. I can see a slug up there. Another one over there. And another one up there. Oh, okay, there's a lot of stuff to be got here. Okay, if we ever need to get at that, we can come back down here. Meantime. Oh, quartz. Okay. Haven't need to mine more of this yet, but it's good to know there's some here. Alright. Heard it. Okay, let's just use a ladder. precarious spot. Okay, what I'll do now, just to save my resources, when I make scaffolding like that in here, I'll just take it down with me. Okay, I could see another slug. Actually, I didn't see that one when I came in. I'll grab you, and then I'm going to head in the opposite direction and see where that portion of the cave goes. And we'll see if we can explore everything. Hey, I'm gonna follow from Lolagos? Is that how you say your name? Please let me know if I'm butchering your name. It's either an L or an I. Is it Lolagos? Eolagos? Either way, welcome. We are currently doing some exploring in Satisfactory, being mobbed by angry spiders. Wow, this cave goes and goes. Okay, there, I see him. I got an idea. Come here. Okay, I got like 3 of them. See, rifle's not too bad if they're making a straight beeline for me and they stay in my line of sight. When they're circling and zipping all over the place, it gets a lot more difficult to actually hit those things. Dragon says, I like that there's a setting to change what they look like. Oh, for the spiders, you can turn them into cats. Yeah, that is nice for people that have severe arachnophobia. I don't mind. I'm not afraid of spiders. I prefer they stay out of my business, but easily the most unsettling enemy in the game. Stingers. They're fast. They can sneak up on you. And they like to show up in groups. Where is it? What's aggroing? Am I crazy? Did I not see the enemy aggro thing pop up? Huh. Alright. I'll check out the side path in a minute. Let's see if we can figure out where everything goes. And enemies do have a minimum pop-in distance too. So I don't always get a chance to see them before they spawn directly in front of me. Okay, this looks like the exit. Is that a slug? It is. Okay, this puts us further in, but I guess because we're underground, it's not mapping the terrain on top. Okay, well. Let's finish mapping out the cave here and see if there's anything else good. There is a Mercer Sphere nearby, but I can't tell if it's in here or if it's above me. So we'll just look. So we got to explore this side path, and then we got to head all the way back to the entrance and go the opposite direction. Slug. Okay, those are always welcome. Okay, so now let's pop out over here on the coast. You can see the borders of the coastline from here. Okay, we'll poke around here for a minute. Down to a little less than 1,500 rounds of ammunition. Okay, I see. So the cliffs border... Oh. Well, got there. The cliffs kind of border the coastline. They go all the way around. Okay. We'll grab you. And we're not done with the cave yet. Talking to a friend of mine who's also playing this game, been playing it a lot longer than I have, in fact. Was talking about how for a factory auto sim type game, what I think is going to be the biggest problem, in quotes, for me when it comes to Satisfactory is the idea that it's not just you're sitting and working on automation in your factory the whole time. There's a massive map to explore and lots of stuff to be found and discovered. And so the actual exploration part is really cool. You can essentially take a break from tinkering around with your builds and your facility and just run around the map and look for valuable things. And that's not something I've experienced in a game like this. We've played... Before this, it was DSP, which doesn't really have an exploration component. It's more optimization and going for like interplanetary or interstellar logistics and getting like a huge production network set up. And the combat is kind of tangential to the core gameplay loop. But in this one, I do like how... Oh, I can't get up that high. Oh. I like how you can just go and explore and see what's around. You can hunt enemies if you want. Look for tech. Or just valuable resources in general. So there's a pretty good variation in the gameplay loop. I think that's neat. Hopefully it's more interesting for people watching the stream as well. I could sit here and mess with the factory for 2 to 3 hours. Or we can do a mix of that. Plus running around, watching me get mobbed by angry enemies as I explore. Okay, so I think we've seen all on this side. We need to backtrack and then head in the opposite direction to see where the other side of the cave goes. Okay, we went that way. I think we have to go all the way down. Let me see. Is there anything I can upload? Computer, circuit boards. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh wait, I can put my power shards back for sure. Those are probably the most valuable thing on my person right now. Sweet. Alright. We came in closer to this side, I think. Those are, yeah, poison rocks. Okay. I'll run through, trying to burn too much of our gas mask filters. And there they are. I knew there would be more spiders in here. And these are... No, I thought those were oil spots. No, this is just part of the floor. Okay. Hey. This is a block path. Something valuable. Wait for the rubble to despawn. Is it going to despawn? It usually does. Huh. Okay, I can't really see. That might be a graphical glitch. It's supposed to all despawn. But, okay, so this is just the entrance to the cave. Oh boy, more spiders. Okay, I'm on the other side of the cliffs now. And I guess this would have been an alternate way to get in. Okay, well, I think we've seen everything there. So it tells me there's probably a Mercer Sphere somewhere on top of the cliffs. And another one over here. Let me get up there. Oh, we're down here. Okay, I see the Mercer Sphere. It's just out in the open. With an alpha guarding it. Oh boy. There's a bunch of dudes here. No, you don't. Coal? Okay. More coal. Oh yeah, so we were further up. We didn't come all the way down here. And then we went into the cave. So we kind of just went in a circle. I think what I want to do is get higher up. I want to get on top of the cliffs. Oh, I see you. No friends? Hmm. Oh boy, that's a big one. Okay. Ugh. At least it wasn't a poison cloud one. Okay, yeah, I know where we are now. We booked it straight on through here, I think. Yeah, we went straight up, then went down to the coastline. That's how we found the cave. Okay, so I want to go higher up. Down to about 1,300 in ammunition. Okay, we could make our way across the upper cliff sides this way. That'll allow us to see if there's anything of note in all directions. Oh, I can see a slug. Next to Hatcher. And that looks like a Mercer sphere. Okay. Well, so we can fly down there. Grab it. Oh, a slug down there. Okay. A lot of valuable stuff in this area. Ooh, boy. And a lot of dangerous things too.
Your waves lap at our shores. When will you land?
Oh, there's a slug over there too. One on the ground here, there, and over there. Okay. It's great. We're getting a lot of valuable stuff. Alright, so this is still the kind of coastal tropical area, I think. But we've been through here before a little bit. You can see my ladders in the distance. So we're gonna go this way and try and get up there to that kind of plateau. I'm sure there'll be something valuable up there. Oh, that's a Mercer sphere. Gotta go. $1,200 rounds. Ah. Can't get high enough. Ooh, there's another one. Okay, I'm gonna take the ladders up. We'll get right up the cliffside, but first. Just get one for. Nope. Not three.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Okay, let's head up there. You can see a slug right on the cliffside, right there. Is that another one? It is. There's tons of the level 1 slugs all over the place in here. Where were you? Somewhere directly above? I see you right there. How many have we found so far? 15 of them. 7 Mercer spheres. Okay, good haul. Alright, I'm going to keep working my way up, and I want to get up there. Try and do it without burning a ton of ladders. If we can just keep scaling upwards, then we have to do a vertical climb right at the end. No, I'm not gonna be able to get up there. That looks like a drop pod. And that's an alpha. Is that a radioactive one? Or just the one that spit rocks? Whatever it is, it's dead. Yeah, drop pod. Get another hard drive, hopefully. Okay, this one takes rotors. Okay, up to 3 of them. That's great. Okay, I guess what I'll do is I'll ladder up there and see if I can parkour my way up to the top. There may be something good up there. Ooh, slugs. Okay. What's guarding it, though? Nothing? A yellow one for free? To give you an idea of how far we've gone. That's Site B. Over there, I think. Yeah, I think that's the platform for the train. Way over there. And devs for Satisfactory are talking about kind of their next steps for what they want to add. It sounds like next month there might be another content update, but I'd be curious to see what their plans are for the map. If they're planning on expanding it out, putting more, since there's a lot of real estate on the map here in general. By scrolling, you can see there's more area, even though the map's going to probably end somewhere around up here. But I don't know. We'll see. I guess technically you wouldn't need the jetpack. You just run all the way up here. Oh, reach the highest cliff of the world. It's got an unlock. Okay. This is the highest point in the game? And there's uranium here. Okay. Well, we can mark that. What kind of node is it? Impure, alright. And a purple slug. Alright, yeah, I could see that. This gives us a vantage point of pretty much the entire map. Huh. So our destination, ultimately, I don't know if we're going to do it on this stream today, but the cliff sides over there, I think further beyond is a big desert, second major desert of the game. So we're actually kind of transitioning from the drier, arid, tropical biome to a bit more kind of lush tropical forest type area, and then it gets to the cliffs. So I've been in a little bit over here. All right. What we can do is fly off. And do kind of like a fly over. Let's see what there is to be got over here. Eventually I'm going to have to turn around and head back to base. But before we do that, let's see if we can push a little further. It's a summer sloop. But where'd it go? Did it teleport? Or huh. Okay. What hit me? Something shooting me? What's hitting me? Yeah, I wonder if it glitched into the mountain. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can just get this and go. No? Where are you? Yeah, I can see the projectiles going off. I think it glitched into the cliffside. It's shooting me from like inside the clipping plane. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know if I'll be able to get this while this thing's actively pelting me with rocks. Alright. That's really obnoxious. Yeah, it's not over here. Okay, I'll have to come back. That looks like Rec Tech over there. And a Mercer Sphere. Alpha Hatcher Nest. Yeah, it's kind of like a forested jungle area we're in now. There you are. There's two of them. Oh, they blend right in. Great. Okay, can we open this drop pod? We need rubber. Ah. Do I have any? I do. Give me 1 second. Let's respond into a message real quick. Okay, we got 4 hard drives. That's great. offload those to the dimensional storage just while we're running around. These are kind of like marshlands. Okay, we can kind of pop down from here and take a look. Oh, and that's a Richard Sphere too. I should have my scanner up.
This is a shrine to windows and weaving.
Ooh. It's a big boy down there. Oh, that's oil. Okay, we should map that. If I hit you from here. Can't see me. Okay, oil spots are pretty useful. We'll map those too whenever we can see them. We are under 1,000 rounds of ammo too, so keep an eye on my stock. Ooh, yellow slug. Enough height. It's barely. Uh oh. Could have been bad. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's a very pretty area. It's kind of like a lagoon. Alright, there's another sphere somewhere in this direction. I see a lot of fart gas. My guess is it's right in the middle of all that. Can I see it? Oh, no, but I see you. No, we don't. Two of them. Okay, now where's the sphere itself? There it is, right in the middle. I'm on my last gas mask filter, so we gotta go. Alright. Now that we're on the ground, it's kind of beach, swamp, marshlands. if there's a lot of oil here. Hey, lizard doggo. Hey. Let's see if we can go up to the coastline and see what's up there. I'm gonna need to head back soon before we get ready to wrap up stream for today. Oh, is that two? It is. There's just two slugs just sitting out here in the open. That's handy. I'm waiting for them to introduce water-based enemies too. Right now we can just swim on the surface. We can't dive. Oh, there's another one. Wow, it's like a jackpot for slugs here. We'll add like sharks or something amphibious that can come up and chomp your rear. Hello. Oh, yeah, it's Slug City up here. Who's targeting me? Hatcher. Oh, there. Need to heal. See another one right on the cliffside. Ah! Thought I'd be outside aggro range.
A residence zone.
Okay.
Play for us.
Wondering what was up here. 35 inhalers.
Witness.
There you are. So grab this one. I saw another blue one just further down. I'll keep going. Come on, let me get up there. I see a drop pod there too. Let's see if we can throw some more random valuables into our storage. Oh, fart rocks. Is that it? Free hard drives. I'll throw rubber into our storage too. Okay. We are pretty... Actually, I don't know. Can't tell how close to the upper end of the northern coastline we are. Oh, keep looking. It looks like it's about a magazine and a half to drop one of these alpha blue spitters. Before next time, I'm going to look into upgrading to that turbo ammo. Being able to do more damage faster, I think, is more advantageous than just the homing. Well, maybe by next time we'll have turbo shots. That should be more effective. Oh, can see another Mercer sphere there. Pot shots.
Your waves lap at our shores.
When will you land?
Look through the window.
Okay, picked up 12 of them. Okay, that's a pretty good haul. Can I get up there? Oh, just barely. Aw. Aw. Lame. I thought I just barely cleared one of the lower ledges. Nope. Where's that coming from? Probably a hatcher. Yep. Oh boy. Where? Okay. Where are they coming from? It's gotta be like on the side or at the very top. Well, there's one. Two. There's another one. I think it's probably stuck to the cliffside. You know what? I'm just gonna leave. Let's see. Which way did I come from, though? I see another drop pod, but I can't remember if that's the one that I just opened or if that's a different one. Find out. Yeah, okay, this is one I opened, but I missed some rubber. Okay, yeah, we flew up this way to try and get there. Let's go this way. I think I'm going to need to turn around and head back after this. We are very far from the main factory site, and I am running out of ammo. Okay, there's a Mercer Sphere over here somewhere. Ooh, boy, that's a lot of unpleasantness. There it is. Don't want to trigger that alpha hatch nest. Oh, enough.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry. Harvest.
Okay, still got 30-something healing inhalers. And 558 rounds. Okay.
Be appropriate.
So let's see. We are pretty close to the uppermost coastline here. I think over here there's still some stuff that we kind of cut around, but I need to get back here. Or we can try and cut across to Site B and catch the train. But if we cut all the way down through unexplored territory, I'm going to probably have to fight my way through. I think I'm going to head to the train. Okay, so if we go pretty much straight through. If we find anything of interest, we can stop. But I'm going to try and avoid picking any unnecessary fights, as I'm running low on bullets. If we can get high up on the cliff sides, then I can always jump off and even parachute. Uh-oh. Didn't see me right away. Despite me shooting it in the cheeks with homing shots. It's 2 alphas. Lovely. Can't tell where the other one toppled over. It's fine. We didn't come through here, I don't think. What is targeting me? Oh, I see. No, I'm just gonna book it. Oh, bet there's a Mercer stone or sphere up here. Okay. Or I can just take a ladder. Yeah, it's right at the top.
This is a shrine to windows and weaving.
Okay, 14 of them. That's probably the most I've ever picked up in one exploration run. Oh, is that another one right over there? It is. Jackpot. But what is now what's aggroing to me? Spiders. I don't think the plants set off the aggro meter.
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
I'm just gonna grab this and go. There might be a hatcher somewhere. I am heading away from my target, though. Ooh. See another blue one in the distance. I like how they stand out pretty readily against the background. The slugs are easy to see. Ooh, drop pod. Oh, another one requires rotors. 6 hard drives. The record for hard drive recovery as well. Oh, hello. Thanks for waiting till I open the drop pod. Oh, there's more than one. Is there more than one? Maybe not. Maybe. Nope. There you are. The little guy. There it is. It's nightfall. Okay. Beeline it for site B. That looks valuable. Oh, Caterium. Ooh, okay. These are rare. That's what we use to make quick wire. We'll put special marker there. Make it yellow. Ooh, another spear. Wasn't even looking for it. $425 rounds left. Getting low. See purple slug there, and looks like another Mercer sphere. Okay. Let's see if I can get over to you first. Before the flowers wake up. Okay, site B. Yeah, burning more ammo. I think I have some regular rifle shot sitting in my dimensional depot inventory. That's kind of my emergency supply of ammo if I run out. But rather than do that, let's just keep going. Try and get back. Alright. How close are we? Oh, I'm cutting all the way down through. It's all unexplored territory. Alright. I see a drop pod in the distance, though. So I said I'd beeline it, and we're still beelining it. But just need to be. Oh, hello. I knew there was something over here. Wait, what happened? No, okay, you're not. Nope, not dead. There's a lot of them. Now you're dead. Let's see. Can't tell. I think these are a bunch of smaller ones. Yeah. Maybe one more larger alpha, regular one. That was a whole squad. Okay, hopefully I can open this pod. Now this one needs power. Ah, that sucks. So I usually mark those with a question mark. That means we have to run a power line all the way out here in order to open it. And there aren't any nearby. Nearest would be Site B. Well, we'll have to do that at a later date. Ooh. There's something in the middle here. There's a slug buried under all these bombable rocks. Okay. Circle around and try and get up the cliff sides. Site B is on the other end of all this. This is kind of a big, wide open canyon area. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're on the other side of this kind of tropical desert spot. So I have come through here. We just did it from the other side. But if I take my ladders that are from previous exploration session, then I should be able to scale up the top and then just jump all the way down. There's a lot of poison here, though. Okay, Site B. I can see the platform from here. Okay, we're close. The train's leaving, though. No, these are kind of like the Red Cliffs area. Okay, yeah, this looks familiar. Alright, we made it. That was productive. We'll take a look at the map once we'll get to a safe spot. And we'll actually look at how we charted our progress. Okay, I need to be careful. If I run out and fall from too high, then it will kill me. That almost killed me. Alright. Can also see how is our production doing. I actually can't see the smoke. Did rubber shut down again? One of them's going. All right, looks like plastic is lagging again. Okay. Maybe I will stop here rather than go all the way back. Let's see. Well, we do have a lot of stuff I want to offload. Okay, I'll come back here. I guess my next major priority is going to be fixing up production here so it doesn't stall, because we only got a little bit of rubber coming out of production and going towards the train, and we definitely need a lot more. So I'll probably have to build out those plastic containers a bit more, kind of overhaul what I've done. Okay, so we'll go back, return to the main factory site, take stock of what we got on the adventure, and then we'll get ready to wrap up for today. While we're riding here. So we cleared this area, and then we pushed up towards here in this kind of wetlands beach area. It's not completely mapped out. And we cut back through here to come back to Site B. So still leaves, from what I can tell looking online, like everything up here. There's still a lot. There's so much. Red Dragon says just had to download Firefox as Chrome and Edge wouldn't load any pages. Well, that's weird. General site stuff wasn't coming up. One sec. Oh, pages were timing out? Huh, that's strange. I just got an email, or not email, I just got a message on Discord from the artist that I worked with for Halloween. They had a last minute emergency change of plans, so they won't be on the launch stream tomorrow. That's okay. I'll definitely be shouting out the stuff that they did and talking a little bit about what went into the concepting for the art. But that's okay, so it looks like I'll be solo tomorrow. What I might do... maybe I'll do my stream from the Team Talk Secure shared Discord we have. So if any of my immediate friends are around, they can join. I might do that. Give me 1 second to send this back. Okay, let's head down. Red Dragon says I can pop in. Yeah, that's another idea too. I could do it from our community Discord as well. People want to drop in. That might be better. The stream is going to be at 3 tomorrow Pacific time. So that's like 11 o'clock your time. That's late though. So if it's too late, don't worry about it. Okay. But I'll figure that out for tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do it from the community Discord. And if anyone's around and wants to tune in, they can. Alright. Okay, finally rubber is stacking up a little, but production's slowed down, so I'm going to have to deal with that. The Dragon says, me 8:10 my time? Aren't you 8 hours ahead of Pacific? Right now it's 5 o'clock. My time. But either way, I'm going to work on the schedule after I get off stream. I have to finish editing the Halloween video, and then I'll put the stream schedule up before the end of the night tonight. I did put the event in the community Discord for the stream tomorrow, so that's not going to change. It's still going to be what it says there. Yeah, 5:54 p.m., so just shy of 5 o'clock. Oh, 7 hours difference. Okay, so I guess that would be 10 your time tomorrow is when we'll be live. So what I'll do is I'll pop into the... Let's throw this in here. I'll pop into the voice chat in our community Discord, and I'll do it from there. What I can do is I will probably just share my screen so that if people join the Discord, they can hear it through there and don't have to worry about hearing it on the broadcast. That way there's no delay. Okay, so let's look at the spoils from today's adventure. We bought back 6, I got one cooking right now, 6 hard drives, 17 Mercer spheres, which is awesome. That actually would get me another upgrade. We brought back a whole bunch of slugs, 23 blue, 18 yellow, 6 purple. Bunch of miscellaneous things that I can throw into my dimensional depot storage. We did bring back some mycelia. That's nice. A little bit of food. Nothing too crazy. And a bunch of enemy parts. So these are all set up to store the different types of enemy materials, and they go into constructors that turn them into alien protein. That can be used to create healing, can be used to create DNA capsules for unlocking stuff. Well, we stacked up a decent amount of that. I would have expected more spiders. Okay, let's go offload a bunch of stuff into storage. I think what I'll do as we're wrapping up, I'll take the train probably back to site B. Oh, we gotta go up here. And then I'll most likely be playing more of this later anyway. I gotta unclog all the production hiccups on the fluid production site. so that I don't have to deal with everything getting choked up again. Rods. What else? Steel. Pipes. Ideally, what I'm gonna do eventually when I further optimize the factory here is there'll be production that's spitting these items into these depots and they'll always be full. But for now, because I don't have that immediately set up, I have to do this by hand, which is okay. That is a long-term goal to be able to make it so that I don't have to run back here and do this constantly. Okay, this should actually go in storage. These oscillators are a little bit more rare. We picked some up from just the wrecked sites. Full up on rubber? We're not. Okay, it's gonna go in there. Copper sheets. Oh, I did have copper sheets on me. Those are full up. Could actually throw that in our ammo production. We go there. I'll have to go grab more of this. Could do it now, so I don't forget. But all this stuff you see here, like I was talking about at the top of the stream, all the stuff with the smelting is going to be moved one floor down, with the exception of stuff that's feeding into steel, since steel requires iron ore and coal. Everything else is going to be smelted one floor down, which means I need to also look at rerouting some of this stuff. Because right now we have two lines that are consuming copper, but what I think I'll do is run a third. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna loop it around and not make it look terrible. But the idea is that we want this thing to be constantly pulling copper ingots, and the same thing with iron. So this down here is actually gonna need to be fixed, and we're gonna have all the stuff constantly pumping out of here because it's being produced at Site C faster than it can restock, and that's wasted effort. So all the stuff is going to be re-optimized. This stuff is going to not really move. I want the production to mirror this, where we have stuff feeding in and splitting to where it's got to go. Oh good, we do have some extra here. That's good. So yeah, this smelting setup, in fact, maybe I should just blueprint this. I should blueprint this exact setup, because since it's going to work this way for iron. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I guess I'm going to learn blueprints between now and next time too. I'll grab more quick wire. Something else that should be full in stock. Yeah. This stuff is mined from Caterium, which is rare in this area, but I have it being belted over from the other end of the map. And it's churning out quick wire, because these connector things for the smart homing ammo, it uses up a lot of this. And I'll just dump the rest back in storage. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, this is going again. We could. This is the last thing. So I said I was going to do it earlier, and rather than put it off, maybe we can take care of that now. I said I'd automate the homing ammo. So we'll do that as our final thing here. And then I won't have to worry about it. It won't look pretty because it's going to be crisscrossing all these belts. This input of iron ore, I'm going to move that eventually anyway. So that'll be alright. And then we'll put one more layer and we'll put a storage crate out this way. It's not perfect. You can see the grass clipping through it, but that's alright. We could... I just had an idea. Oh, I don't have the stuff for it. What I might do eventually is make a dimensional depot storage thing that all of the ammo feeds into, and then I can just grab it whenever I want. I don't even have to come back to base. But I don't think I have enough of the fluctuators to do that. Let me see. That would be probably the more efficient way to do it. How much does it cost? Oh, 10? Alright, yeah, we got enough. I'll put the fast belts in here. Alright, and with that, we now have it constructing homing ammo and sticking it directly into the depot, but it does it really, really slow. Okay, well, it won't be quick. But having that automated will be good. We'll just have to periodically go and fill the components, these three, to get more of the connectors, but for now, that's fine. It's 1 to 1, right? Yeah, 1 to 20. Okay. So where's that down here? Yeah. So I'll continue to craft it myself for now, but once this has been going for a while, we'll be able to grab homing ammo from here, and as long as it just keeps crafting more, then we won't have to worry about it. We're on expedition. That's going to kind of solve our ammo problem for now, which is good. Alright, before we wrap up, our hard drive scan finished. We'll just keep pumping these in here every 10 minutes. Coke steel ingot. Okay, we can make this from iron ore or petroleum coke. Huh. That creates 20 of these. Petroleum coke is a byproduct that you can distill from heavy oil residue. Huh. I have not bothered to craft that yet. I've just been turning the heavy oil residue back on our other site into the barrels and then just disposing of it. But if that can be crafted... Oh yeah. We can refine that from its raw form as it comes out of like the rubber processing into that. I might be able to take that as a commodity. Oh, but I don't have a way to transport it. No, I do. I have an empty slot. Site C, or Site B rather, is currently moving plastic and rubber. I could move petroleum coke here and then use it to craft steel instead of regular coal. And this turns wood into 10 coal. I don't need that. Okay, that's actually a really good alternate recipe. That's going to potentially solve my overflow problem of oil residue on the fluid site. I can just create this stuff and ship it all the way up to the main site and then use it to create more steel. Awesome. That's a really good alternate recipe. Okay, now I kind of want to go and start messing around with that. What time is it? Okay. I do need to work on some other stuff. I could seriously sit here and play this for another 3 hours. But I do have to get some stuff ready for the stream tomorrow. Finish editing the main compilation video so that it can be ready to go. So, I will take a break. I'll probably start working on some more of this tonight. But we will call it there. Let me see who's online that we can raid. We'll see if the raid feature works today. Still am struggling with my account. Today, I was having issues just updating the stream title as soon as I logged into my computer, which is weird. Normally, if I restart, everything works, but I had to clear my browser cache, log out, restart, log back in again, and I was able to do it. It's very weird. Let's see. Oh, the Spooky Slam is today over on Wazi's channel. Let's see if they're still going. We can head over there. It looks like they're in between things. Probably setting up for the next round. Okay, let's see if it'll let me raid Wazi and we can see how the wrestling is going. So let me go ahead and pause this. And go to outro. And hopefully this will work. We'll find out shortly. But meantime, thanks for tuning in and hanging out, folks. Hopefully the adventures and stuff which we did for the majority of the stream are interesting. I am still greatly enjoying Satisfactory, so we'll be seeing more of it. Oh, they're having dinner? Okay, well, we'll still go over there, and if you folks want to stick around and watch the wrestling, then feel free to tune in and say hi to Wazi. And I'm assuming Wazi and Matt. But let's see if the raid will work. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow in the afternoon to debut the Halloween album. If anything changes last minute, I'll let you folks know. So in the meantime, have a good rest of your night, and I'll catch you later.